Hey, how y'all doing? We're out here on a Sunday afternoon, just taking a quick look at the hives. It's May the 6th, day after Derby Day, and we're just gonna check into some of these hives and see how they're doing. Nothing too drastic. Checking the feeders and see, either refilling them or see why they haven't taken it. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. All right, we're starting with number 6. Get rid of that rock. Had 7 and 4 last time. We looked at it on 5-1. Today's 5-6. They're putting in honey pretty quick right now. There's a lot of stuff blooming, so you really got to keep up with it. Yeah, they've got a lot of nectar in there, but they've got room for more. The super down below that is capped. Yeah, they got 7 out of 9 done. So we're gonna call it 7 and 4 now. Get a little bit fuller before I put another super on there. Let them cap some more of that out. We extracted some Friday, and it wasn't all totally capped, but I checked what wasn't capped with the moisture meter, and didn't extract anything that wasn't at least 18% or below. 7 and 5, so they're filling it up, but it doesn't show a lot by that. 7 and 4 before, now it's 7 and 5. They'll fill that up pretty quick. I'm seeing some clover blooming. I don't know if you can see it out here in the yard. Yep, but that clover, they're on it right now. So along with all the other stuff they're getting clover too. So that's good. This one has a feeder, a top feeder that wasn't being emptied, so either they can't get to it or they're not eating it because something's wrong, or there's not enough bees. I brought a bucket out here just so I could dump this into it. It's one reason I don't like top feeders, is it's hard to get to everything and control this feed if they don't eat it without spilling it. If they eat it up, it ain't no problem, but when it's like this, it's a problem. It looks like they're doing good. They're just not taking a feed. We might just leave it off and see how they do. We'll call that head 5. I think they're just filling out. Always keep water with you. And your working bees, especially feeding, because you can wash off the sticky. Got some off my hands with that mess. So we're not gonna put the feeder back on there. They're looking pretty good. See if we have any better luck at taking this one off without dumping it everywhere. There's enough nectar flowing right now. They really don't need feeders. We got some rain coming up, and it's good to have them on there. You know, the bees work in the pitch black dark. So they're working no matter what's going on outside, and the next few days are calling for rain, so it's nice to have a feeder on there, have them something to eat during the rain, but it's not a requirement. These are just building up, and they're building up nicely even without that feed. And there's some, I can feel some honey up here, but not a lot. So we're gonna call it just 2 and 2, just because of the way it feels. Had 5 and 2. And they're working on, they don't have them filled up, but they're working on all 9. So we're gonna we'll put another super on them. There's what we're looking at. Working on pretty much every frame. So they're working on 9, they don't have 9 filled, but they're working on it. So that's good. Definitely needs another super. I already got one bee mad at us. These nukes, if there's nothing done with them, they need to either be done away with, combined with another hive, or left to stand on their own. We might combine them with this hive. They should have had something done by now. Try to make us a little more room in here. All right, I'll give them a little boost. and take care of whatever queen problem they're trying to fix. These nukes were all supposed to be done doing what they were going to do by basically May the 1st, and being as it's May the 6th, they should already had that done. I think that frame's probably got something in it. Yeah, it's got some nectar in there. I'm gonna stop at that one and then fill in with these. Even if they've got a queen in here, she's not taking off like she should have, so I'll put them all in this box and they can sort it out on their own. They're bringing in pollen. They wasn't that loud before I smoked them. But they're just not taking off like they should. I don't nurse a hive anymore. I used to nurse them, do everything I could to get them to try to make it, and you just end up wasting a lot of time on 2 or 3 hives in your apiary when you should be spending more time with your hives that would actually do something anyway. But I've seen them take off when you combine them like this. You know, everybody says use a newspaper, and I did that for a long time. But when you combine them like this, I've never seen them fight so much that they've got a bunch of dead bees up front. And they'll take off and make a really good hive a lot of times. A lot of times all hives needs is extra bees. They just don't have enough bees. And this nuke was never gonna do anything but dropped it. Just not enough bees on here to do anything with. And no eggs, so they just didn't take off. They're still putting in pollen though. I thought they was gonna do something. Or maybe they still got a queen out, but she should have taken off by now. But this box will fill up quickly and be ready for another box. You could probably even put one on it now and utilize some of these frames. I think I might do that. See if I got an empty box down here. So I got a bunch of drawn combs. Now I can go ahead and utilize in this top upper box. And since I basically filled that bottom up, they'll still have to take a little time. But I won't have to shake these bees off the frame and put them in here. I can just add them to the top. With all that drawn comb and the flow we've got right now, they should fill that up pretty fast. Push them all together. Inner cover and outer cover, notes. And on to the next one. All right, they got a feeder. It's about half full. You can see there. Got my floater sticks in there. They're about halfway down. And they've still got 5 frames. They're still working on it. So we'll let them be for a little bit. Split from Kevin's 2 nukes with both with queens. This is Kevin's other one. I put another nuke in with it. And I'm gonna go ahead and transfer his other nuke into here. Frames ain't got much on them at all. So both his nukes are in here, and then one of mine to try to make him a good hive. And they ate all their feed, which is what you would expect to see. All right, all that feed we've taken off the other colonies, we're gonna add to this colony. And then we're gonna put an empty super on there to try to seal that up a little better. Need a way to strain out all these bees. pour it through a queen excluder. All right, so we're gonna put this queen excluder on there just for a screen. And I think it's about full. All right, I'm gonna put this nuke box on here and try to seal this up a little better. 428 old cell builder, green queen checkerboard. All right, they're not taking their feed too much and they still got room. So we'll let them be. I think we're gonna go ahead and add a box to this one. They got 8 frames in there. 9 frames. And they're mostly full. I don't think they've ate this feed because it's not been rainy or they've been able to get out pretty much every day. Just bring it up into the top box and then fill this box with frames. All right, I'm trying to use up all my frames that I've taken out of other hives because I put nukes in. One more frame. Several foundation in there, but they gotta draw it out at some point anyway. So hopefully this will be a good one to get some combs drawn out. Combined 2 frames from a nuke and added second high body, feeder, and pollen patty in the bottom. I don't know how these bees are getting into this feeder. They have ate some of this though. I poured it in the bucket and then strain them again. Looks like about 3 frames in the top. I don't have a lot of feed left in here anyway. That ought to be enough to hold them. Now I need another nuke. All right, get off. Found a green queen on the bottom on this next one. Says I'm giving her a chance. So she should be hopefully starting to take off. We'll see. Looks like she is a little bit. Putting a little bit of honey up here, maybe a couple frames. I'll mark it down as 2 and then come back and check. All right, this has got 3 supers over a queen excluder. Pulled 1 super the other day. Those wet supers I need to bring back up here and start putting them on. Now we're getting down this way. And this would be a good candidate for a wet super to help draw them up through there. I already got one down there that needs a super that I marked, so I'm gonna mark this one too and I'll come back. True. And I think we're just gonna refill the feeder. Now I can put quite so much. Brought me another super. I was up there before. With this rainy weather is supposed to be coming, it's probably not going to be too rainy. It'll just rain, have showers, imagine. But it'll help anytime they have a shower, they still have something to eat. We're going to put this one down for needing a super. So we got it most of the way filled up. Go get a little more and fill it the rest of the way up. And it needs a super. All right, we just got production hives up here on the other end. Go check them, see if they need supers. Yep. So they're still putting in a lot of honey. Like I said, the clover's blooming now, blackberry, honeysuckle, tulip poplar, blooming at one time. This one needs 2 supers. For some reason, these ones on the left are doing great, the ones on the right are not. I don't know what the heck the problem is. Empty super. Need 1 super in 1S. I'll look on that later and forget totally what that means. Psh, nothing. Nothing. Try to get just enough to fill up the feeder and not a drop more. Nope. That needs probably 2 supers. This is how you want to catch them. All full like that, every frame, every seam is full of bees, but they don't have any white comb on top. So we haven't lost any honey flow yet. Puts 2 supers, that I give them plenty of room on here. And like I say again, we'll try to put all the wet supers we got on these hives. And it'll speed them up a lot. Needs 2 supers. All right, that does it. See where we're at. All right, we got all of our hives checked. All of our nukes have moved into bigger boxes. I think we got rid of every nuke box that we had. All of our production hive have been checked for honey supers. We'll put our wet supers back on there so they fill it up quicker. And we have time later, some of these that's not making honey, another thing we need to do is go through them, see why they're not making honey. We might need to add some to them. I appreciate you watching the video and hope to see you back next time. Thanks.